We're gonna keep an eye on the stream per usual. Janelle, one thing.
Yes.
One
6 levels.
more.
No. I'm not rushing you. Once you grab, just turn the light
I thought you
off.
were going like, you know what? I'm
Light
done with my
Yeah.
fighter dip. I'm now also taking a paladin.
No.
Off.
I wanted to get 6 levels in Bard, get the extra attack first before.
Perfect.
Right? Yeah, I thanks. High five.
I'm looking at the camera. It's the only advantage I have here. Okay, cool. As you can see, everybody, we have a decent amount of people at the table. I'm learning after the OBS update happened to my laptop, there is an occasional lag that happens. It's gonna happen. It'll happen in the videos. It'll happen in the stream until an update comes and fixes it because there's nothing I can do.
Oh, we get 3rd level spells.
Yes. So, I appreciate your patience.
The perks of being level 5 in a full cast.
Appreciate your patience, everybody. We got a couple of things to go over real quick before we do things. Before we get into our usual describe.com, we are actually sponsored once again, and for the last time, by Octopath Traveler Champions of the Continent. Square Enix is not going to be like holding the app anymore. But
Sad.
I talked to him and I was like, I want to do it one more time, please. So we're sponsored by them this week, and
Thank you.
it's also a great way for us to give. We're not giving a send off to our lore. They're part of our lore. They're not going anywhere. But the Tower of Remembrance and the Kates are very, very important to our lore for this campaign and just in general. And they've added a very heavy spice of life to our world. So I want to thank the people who created the app, people at Square Enix, and the buddy who helps me. So I know I can't name you, but I appreciate you. So thank you, Square Enix, for sponsoring us.
Thank you!
Also, we have describe.com, per usual. We have Christian also who is here, so we're trying to stretch it out as long as we can because he still needs to work.
We love describe.com. Are we doing describe.com? Describe.com.
Yes.
So we have a nice little link that you can test out, get a free trial. Describe.com is a website where if you would like something to sound oh so sexy, you simply can type it in, find it, and it'll give you sound bites or just a description of what you're looking for. They also have maps and other items you can get like dice. So for today's episode, we are doing... you gave me the paragraph, but what is it describing?
It's there.
Excellent. We'll keep reading. Time Traveler presents pizza to a crowd. Bubbling cheese and doughy crust draw the crowd's attention when the dish is unveiled with a flourish. The pizza steams gently in the temperate climb of the evening, and people begin to murmur nervously. Nervously. The traveler must be from a dusty, truly distant land, given their unusual garb, customs, and strange offering.
It's right there. Time Traveler presents pizza to a crowd.
That's the description of describe.com.
You're okay.
At no cost to you, if you click on the link and subscribe to Describe, it will also help the channel.
Absolutely.
Subscribe to
Also, if you look in the description for Octopath Champions of the Continent, for the last time, in our description for this stream. So, if you want to check it out, please do. It's fantastic.
Yeah, we use a lot of lore from the Octopath Traveler series. We will keep using it. We just can not, unfortunately, use the one thing.
We can't do it forever. Nothing lasts forever.
So.
Okay, so.
But our love does.
I think.
No, you eventually die.
Yeah, that's true.
I think we've
come back.
we've done a lore dump. I want to make sure that Christian's here for the beginning of the lore
I'll find out right
dump. I will once again reiterate. This stream will be
on stream.
You will see the video lag from time to time, and a little bit more than normal because of the OBS. I can't do anything on my end over that until another update comes through that fixes it. So that's how it's going to look, and that's that for right now. All right, we got 8 people at the table. Still waiting.
Technically 9.
Excellent. So I'll add a little thing. Thank you for joining Dungeon Pizza. We are a tabletop Dungeons and Dragons tabletop.
We are a tabletop
Plays
that plays
game?
mainly Dungeons and Dragons, but we play multiple things. We play Pathfinder on Thursdays, and then every other Thursday we play Pathfinder, and every other Friday we play D&D like we are tonight.
But we have played other things like Fabula.
Fabula
Yeah,
Ultima was nice.
We tried that one thing from Critical Role.
Yeah, Dagger. We did play Dagger. We did.
How was that?
We haven't
It was
tried it
interesting.
since
It was
then.
actually really
Yeah.
fun, but the system is overbalanced, underbalanced to the player's favor.
Very much.
'Cause it's like there's like a 5% chance of critting in D&D, right?
Yeah.
There's about a 12% chance of critting over there.
Is
Moist.
that still the case?
Well, we haven't seen it since.
That's part of this. That's part of the main core mechanics. I don't think they're gonna change that.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense because Critical Role has always been more of like lean more towards the players, and you can always fix things on your end as the DM, anyways.
Yeah.
Just like their
Now
philosophy
we
of
look alike.
gaming.
They have a
But it is
tuft
very fun.
that doesn't
It
want to
very
go down.
feels very-
So it's just gonna be there.
Just let it go.
It's just
Let it go.
there.
Not
Let
sponsored.
it go.
Ooh.
Not sponsored. This is
Um,
honest reviews.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Exactly.
we can't wait much
Exactly.
any longer.
That's
so,
fine.
But don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification button and like and share, of course. Play us in the background. It still helps.
I know what you guys stopped on when you were giving him the lore dump, so we're gonna go slowly here. But if we get to the end, we get to the end, and he'll have to find out again.
It's fine.
Which is great, because he was breaking pipes in the school anyways. That's what he
was
said.
breaking-
Yeah, he said he was trying to make food and he broke a water pipe in the kitchen.
That's
Well,
the second time.
we don't know anything about
This is the
that.
second We did.
So,
We do keep fixing it.
without further ado, let's get into Neverwinter Bards. Our Bards forever are not level 5. I have not updated the bottom, okay? They're 6.
Only I am.
Just change your fucking.
I did. Now I have to pick spells. I'm still 5-ish.
Okay, then pick
You're
the
5.5 now.
It's one spell. How hard is it?
I understand that
There are a lot of really good spells.
I understand that
Yeah,
you're
starting
focusing
from
on
one.
this, but
I just
it's
don't know
not
what to
that
pick.
bad, I promise.
Don't we get to change every time we
You
take a
didn't
long
say
rest?
Yes.
No.
No, every time
No.
you take a level.
Yep.
Level, yeah. We're not one of the
I don't want it to
classes.
spike too much.
Nobody follows
Like
that.
wizard?
Right?
Wizards
Okay.
get to do that?
Wizards can.
I love the rules.
Warlocks.
Nobody
Clerics
follows that
can.
rule.
No.
Warlocks cannot.
Only
Oh.
Overscape does that.
Woof.
Alright, without further ado, let's get into our lore update. So, last time on Neverwinter Bards, unless somebody else wants to do it.
Nose goes.
We can just popcorn it.
That's true.
He's
Yeah,
not
let's
even here.
let's just
It's
telephone
him.
it.
He has to do it. He's not even here. He has to do the recap.
Let's just telephone it. Then it'll just be an amalgamation.
The guy that has no.
I
The
could.
person that
Yeah.
has never played it.
Yeah,
Hey, how about
Michael,
that?
go ahead. You've watched all 16
Yeah, I was
hours.
gonna say, Michael, you watch all the that was in the contract to come on stream. You had to watch all previous.
Are you telling me you voided the contract?
There was
And
a-
besides very giant long
He didn't sign the
streams,
contract. Wait, you were supposed to make him sign.
besides very giant long streams, we do have episodic
The
bits.
characters went on great adventures.
That's not even true.
I just steal shit.
In taverns.
We've actually
Spoke
done
to each other.
The exact opposite.
we've actually done the opposite of gone on great
We really
adventures.
have.
Alright,
So-
let me see.
Shitty ones.
Let me ask ChatGPT how you come around.
Order in the court! Order in the court! Okay.
This is gonna get crazy already. I have a lot of people. Just give me the attention while I have it.
Okay.
Okay, please. I love you.
You
guys.
always have the attention.
So-
You always have.
You always have my attention.
That's not true.
He's not gonna save you from the crit.
Well, now I don't want to give the lore update. So, last session, you guys basically came off the heels of a crazy incident of you guys consuming arcane treats that was revealed to be contracts from what you now know as a hag that was Grandma Foster. Was revealed to you, and I let the information come to you guys that this is probably the scenario. We started things off with Tom and Ed, as Tom was freaking out because he just murdered someone. He didn't know what to do, and he decided Ed was the best person to go to. Well, he was dealing with his own problems. Tom learned that he was dealing with his own problems when a mind flare bursted in, gave him a little brain headache, and then
The dragon.
And then you guys moved away. Yep, you guys. He goes by the nickname the Dragon, and
Such a weird name.
that's the whole point.
They could have
It's
gone with
supposed to be weird.
the squid.
That'd be too on the nose.
He doesn't have a nose.
I know. So, learning all that you learned, you decided to solve the issue for him, realizing his issue is way worse as he's pissed off every single person who has a reputation in the underworld of Neverwinter. You decided to expend one of your wishes from your Ring of Three Wishes. Kate decided to go and talk to you and grant you that wish. And you also ended up talking to Kate, who decided to join you after you had a brief conversation. I know I'm skipping, but I'm going over everything. So, yes, a little dragon friend has joined us as well. Dan learns that Tom and Ed lied, and so did everybody else. As Tom and Ed had met up with everybody after that incident.
I think our ship name is Ted.
Oh,
I have to add that one now.
I gotta have that one. Ted. You can have a ship with everyone, Tom. You could,
I
but
only talked to 2 people.
That's enough.
oh, he's excluding you. This is Tom.
No, this is excluding me. That would be weird.
That would be weird.
That would be weird.
He said he only talks to 2 people.
Like intimately.
Y'all are talking about like that.
Intimately.
I'm not talking
We
about
are
intimately.
talking. Oh.
Me and Ed are friends.
See, that's where you're bringing
Well,
it.
then,
Beyond the
then
point.
why am I not?
That happens. After the discussion happens, first time you saw Dylan legitimately get frustrated. Guy's been chill this entire time, but he threw a hissy fit, and you all heard it. A valid one too. So you learned that these guys were hiding
That'd be
stuff.
weird.
You
I
eventually,
don't think we need
after
to-
pulling every teeth out of their mouth,
No.
got to
I
the
make-
truth.
I make
They
shirts.
told you. He told you he expended one wish for him. Kate ended up joining you guys. But before that, you guys realized that Caldor turned to a tiefling. How'd that happen? But beforehand, he got...
On the Evan? We'll get there.
We'll get there when we get there.
Beforehand, he met with a individual called Ledidithus who revealed to them he unfortunately inherited a contract he had with Miss Grandma Foster. With that being said, he decided that he has to end up holding his end of the bargain, snapped his fingers, and you were turned into a tiefling of red skin and horns of devil. I don't know. You turned into a tiefling. So, he then told you the contract that she wanted, which was getting a legendary artifact from the Feywild. He still hasn't revealed to you what that is, mostly because he doesn't expect you to get it anytime soon.
But the dragon.
And at some point, when you guys went to go talk to Ledidithus about these contracts, you had sealed the deal with his trust. And what I will say is you get a gold star, Caldor, because you kind of did solidify an alliance that I did not expect you to solidify, and got someone who could have easily turned into an enemy, into a bad guy, by selling your soul to him.
I mean, to be fair, I think at the time
Lies.
half of the party was thinking the same thing.
But it just fit for
Yeah.
Caldor at the moment. So you decided you wanted to secure an alliance with him, and also help your friends. He promised you magical items to protect your friends, and you promised him you'll deal with an issue. Issue being Charthraxis. How do you say it? Charthraxis. An adult green dragon who has been in Neverwinter for a long time in the Neverwinter woods and has gained a heavy reputation of being annoying. So,
He has a reputation
You agree.
of being annoying.
Yeah. If you look at the lore, it's kind of what it is.
I just picture like it's not like he's like evil. He's just trying to talk to them about like his day, and nobody wants to hear it.
Once again, I'm going to break the little lore that we're doing here. In his family, he was the outcast, so he was always the tryhard and the wannabe.
Oh, okay, so
Until he actually became better than them.
So
Wow.
he's actually
Dragons.
He's just annoying.
So he annoyed his family until he was strong.
And then he killed them.
And then he killed
probably
them, yes.
them all because he's a green dragon.
I digress. That happens. You guys have a discussion eventually about this. And, wow. I know there's other stuff that happened, but those were
Shadow
definitely
Dragon.
the important stuff. Yes,
Shadow
that's
Dragon.
very, very important. You guys decided to pursue the church incident that the cult of the dragon ended up taking over the Church of Lathander at one point, or at least the bottom end of it. You guys definitely bullied your way in there. Rightfully so, they were bullies. You just bullied back. And you guys made your way downstairs towards the basement of the cathedral, where basically they have set up. You saw a whole bunch of corpses, supposedly the cult, and you guys met with a shadow dragon after chasing our good friend Ember into the church. And it's revealed, after a really good perception check, that he made a deal with Grandma Foster to always be a step ahead of you guys. Because unlike other BBEGs, he knows that he can easily be killed. So he made a deal to always be ahead of you guys. So, with that lore dropped, you guys disappeared. No, not you guys. He disappears. You go through and you realize it's a shadow dragon after he communicates with you, letting you know that he believes you to be part of the Shadowfell. An intense fight happened. Very close. One of you guys did end up perishing, as our good friend Dylan ended up getting consumed by the shadow flames of this dragon. And he ended up, unfortunately, becoming a shadow himself and attacking the party. Afterwards, you guys did what you could to dispose of the shadow. Shadow goes back inside of our good friend Dylan, and you rush to find a solution. You go over the many different possibilities in your head, realizing that there might not be much time. Let's do a quick ritual and see what can happen after coming across a woman who would be very willing to do this, learning that later this would be Dylan's daughter, Miranda. Reason for the name is because everybody here has baseline names.
Crazy.
And I can see Dylan having a daughter named Miranda.
Miranda!
Michaela.
You already walked crazy?
So, that happens. A few of your allies decided to come say a good few words as the ceremony was presented. As Miranda helped with the ceremony and presenting them. You did eventually come back, even though you were considering not coming back after the stern words from one of your friends. But you did come back. Your body is back. You're back together, and you had a conversation with Miranda. And I think we had to chill after that because it was a very intense session. The only other scene that happened was you went to drink with Alice, and so did you. And it's because Alice almost died. That was a thing. And you did save her. You saved her ass. That's pretty much the lore done.
You guys are
We
drinking.
did nothing after that because we were all exhausted. So,
I went to work.
the last thing that did happen was after Zany was basically told via foresight to really just munch on this, she consumed all of it. All of her arcane muffin has been consumed. So, that is where we're going to start our session this week.
Look Normal.
This.
What did it is?
So,
Also, before we start, I'm very surprised at how well Legitimus went last week. He was just an NPC that I was like, while he was involved, I didn't expect him to go so well. So, you guys did a great job of like legitimately. It's not hard to make NPCs for this game. You guys make it so easy for me, and I thank you guys for that. That was really cool. It's really cool when you actually make an NPC, and it goes super well. So, from a DM to a PC, thank you guys.
that while that was going on, she was making ship names for us. Why don't you tell them the two you came up with?
No, it's hard for you guys. It's either like Tal or Taldor or
Talador.
Tom.
Or
Tom.
Well,
No,
let me
Tom.
Tom.
No,
It's
Tom. C-O-M.
No, it's just Tom.
Guys, please.
We're going to start actually.
That's
We're gonna
good.
actually. This
Wait.
is where let's start. We are starting with the Tower of Remembrance.
Taldor?
As we zoom into the Tower of Remembrance, Kate is currently looking at all these different memories, and seems to be more of like the sorter. What's going on? As a rumble starts to happen.
Rumbling.
These shards of memory start to zoom past him as he's like ducking and weaving. Yeah, meow. And it eventually gets to a point where it hits a certain spot. He rushes over to the book, and it shows Zany. As soon as you eat this arcane
Oh,
muffin,
no.
a flush of memories hit your brain like a rocket. Like, you have to sit down just to intake everything that happens. From the moment that these bards, immediately you're brought back to that moment. You see as it seems to be Mr. Merriweather, Cantor. He's currently being protected by two drows and what seems to be a fish person. As a bard, these three bards end up stopping you in your tracks as you're currently rushing to attack and kill them as your tribe is known to raid. This was a raid, they were in an unfortunate spot, and you're about to slice them, and all three of them seem to say something at the same time, and then you're brought back and you don't remember jack. Nothing. But you remember Mr. Cantor, scared and worried as he's being defended. You remember this fish person, and you remember these two twin drows.
You remember them because none of their names were Jack.
The fish person's very specific.
Yeah, fish person is very specific.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And the fish person.
I'm sure you're gonna find a
I'm
lot
sure
of
that's
fish.
the one that was like, what the?
Yeah, that's why I was like,
That's what triggered the memory. Is
Glub glub.
fish!
fish can't walk.
But there are
Allergic to
memories
fish.
from before that were taken from you as well. Specific ones that are rushed to you, ones that were sentimental as far as your family goes, your father, your mother, your sisters. Another one that's very specific that you remember. You see as Ember. You and him,
Oh no.
young kids.
Oh no.
You guys are brought. It's almost like the tribes are meeting at once, and you see as Ember is relentlessly bullied because he's not as strong as the other kids. He's never been athletically prowess, and you stand up for him. You show yourself,
Enemies to
and you
lovers.
stop. And you stop him. You stop them in their tracks, and you defeat all of these kids. And you can see a sense of wonder in his face, and also resentment for not being able to take care of himself. But in the end, he does thank you. And then he walks away and runs away to his mom.
What a bitch.
That's your husband.
Oh god. Oh god.
You all are also brought to another memory where you are told that Ember is to be your husband, to meet together as one, to make one tribe instead of two. Son of a chieftain and a daughter of a chieftain.
guys are
You remember a conversation you guys had where you guys recognized that you respect each other, but did not have the same want. You didn't want this marriage, but would do it for your fans, for your family.
My fans.
Yeah, your fans too. You got
Only.
plenty of fans.
Yeah, of course. My fans and my tribe.
The fans of your tribe. But you specifically remember that. You also remember a conversation where he said he holds resentment for his father for the cult of the dragon, and witches did not be in it, but is forced to. This is a conversation that was never brought up to anybody else. His father, a very heavy-headed person inside of this cult, known to be one of the heavy leaders. He asked you not to say anything, and you agreed not to say anything out of respect for him, as you guys didn't have much friends or family, but you realized just how important this was to him, and that we have to work together. Flash back to poof, these bards hitting you with the spell, and your memory going flush, blank, destroyed. You remember everything else. You remember going to Neverwinter. You remember that trip. You remember the reason of wanting to become a bard. But you don't remember the travel between Neverwinter, between Icewind Dale and getting to Neverwinter. You remember the boat ride, you seeing Neverwinter. And that's when these flushes start to brush away. And you're brought back.
This is the middle of the night.
This is when we did it, right? I believe so.
Yeah, everybody was about to turn in.
Not heavy. That's heavy.
Well, she's got the heavies.
Oh no. I'm gonna try to find the headmaster of the Bards College.
I'm not drinking, I swear.
To be fair, I wasn't
Yeah,
drinking.
I'm gonna try to find.
No, I meant him.
Oh, him.
Because
Yeah.
remember he's
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Or he's
So-
smoking now instead.
Yes.
Smoking flame
You
leaf.
you happen to get up in the middle of the night and see if you can find the headmaster. You go to the Bards College, I assume. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So you go to the guild. You're able to get in perfectly fine.
Yeah.
You do hear a conversation happening as you're walking in, and you can hear him going, "Michael, get ready."
Michael, get
Oh,
ready.
fuck me.
It's
It's the fish man himself.
It's the fishman himself.
He goes, while I appreciate your wanting to still assist me, our meetings end in Icewind Dale. Did you want to assist in the college, or what brings you to Neverwinter Bard Guild, my friend?
I wish to learn more about the world. I mean, I come this far, I'm here now, and I have nowhere else to go. Nice window, it's very cold.
It's very cool. Did.
No, this is Neverwinter. It's
So-
literally in the name.
So for what I'll help you out. So what you see when you walk in, you can see the halfling individual you know is Mr. Cantor, and you can see what seems to be
You'll
a
smell fish.
Kuatoa.
Oh,
Fish man.
Specifically a Kuatoa individual, Fishman, who has a very unique look. He doesn't have the normal bass look that these guys have. It's almost like a wide fish face, and the eyes pop in like that.
Cuttlefish?
Almost a little cuttlefish-like. And you can see as
Cuttlefish.
he's dressed in these shabby, and I mean shabby mage robes, and he's got a little staff by his side.
Not the same fish man.
Same fish.
Same fucking.
There was
fish
one
man.
more really funny thing I decided to add to his outfit.
Sure.
So you'll see like just randomly various talismans that look like they go to different gods. And
He's a
wearing
con
like
man.
3
I'm so
or 4 of them.
He's a con man. He's a tried and true con.
Okay. You walk in, and he goes, "Oh, Zany."
You
Uh,
smell fish.
Like,
It's
Great.
he'll smell this guy
This
well
is-
before he sees
What,
him.
what did you keep the name from before?
Oh no.
What is your name?
Kizaru.
Kizaru?
Yeah.
Okay, he goes, excuse me, Kizaru. Zany, is there something you
Like
would
from One
you
Piece?
need?
What did you two do to me?
Kizaru.
Well, this is a weird predicament. I don't know what you're referring to. What are you referring to exactly? Let's take a deep breath. I see that you're hot. What happened?
Whoa.
My life, it changed. Y'all took me away from everything. What did y'all do? My memories are gone. I thought this is what I wanted. I don't know what my wants are. You took everything from me. My life, everything's gone.
I am struggling to understand the event you're referring to. What are you referring to?
A time in Icewind Dale,
Okay.
group of Goliaths came into town.
You were part of that raiding party?
Yes.
We hit multiple people with that spell, and it wasn't even me. It was the Drow twins.
Oh.
So what? So you're saying your memory disappeared because they used a spell on you?
Yes.
And now you're mine.
My very being was warped. My desires changed.
Oh. Oh dear. What did they do? Well, this is an unfortunate coincidence. This one has no arcane prowess. He's kind of just a dud, but he's learning.
Looks
So-
at me. Fucking looks at me, fish face.
No, it's actually a fish face. There's no way he would have been able to cast a spell that powerful. The twins were guiding him above ground, and they happened to be in Icewind Dale. I had just lost my 17th party.
Oh, that's right. He did tell me that.
I was stuck in Icewind Dale for 2 years, struggling. Oriel's a bitch. Beyond the point,
I don't care.
we happened to be in the same circumstance. I happened to see them. They happened to just be there, and you happened to be raiding. I don't
Right.
know why they would do such a thing. Do you? You're the one who knows them more.
Okay.
I'm just trying. What are you?
I'm a Goliath. I'm a big ass fucking woman.
So the Goliath raiding party, to help you, what I'm referring to is a Goliath raiding party happened to
He
come.
had that vision that he had the
Yeah.
muffin.
And you
saw
were
me.
one of them.
Yeah,
You
were
did nothing.
there.
You
like, secret
pretended to
referees.
do something. The twins did.
Yeah. Actually, I did many of the other ones talking about. That's awesome.
So you don't know anything about the twins, or where they would have possibly went, or why they would want this one's memories.
He didn't tell me the contents of what I would actually have known about them. Like, I knew I traveled with them, but
It's cool if you don't.
honestly, they didn't really give me much information.
Well, like fish parts like, oh, the dark hours, yes.
They were weird. I will say that. They seemed to be serving something other than Wolf. That's why they wanted to get out of the Underdark. But they decided to probably have you as bait, right?
They did not like me much.
Bait.
They said I smelled bad.
I'm not sure what it possibly might be, but
Granted, it's not gonna do anything. Rolled a 14 for insight. It's too low to actually probably do anything.
I mean,
I'll allow it.
Yeah.
This is an important thing.
Yeah.
For you. He seems to be earnest, like you really caught him off guard. He was scared shitless when you did that. Very much did not remember the event. But when you did speak and were having a conversation with him, he started to recollect and be like, start to go with the flow with you, essentially. He's not lying to you, but he's trying to get a sense that, trying to be earnest with you as much as he can, because there seems to be respect there.
It was the alcohol.
Or the lack of.
Let me be honest with you. I'm sorry. I'm still part of that group somehow that caused your pain of memories. You still remember it as such. I will apologize on their behalf. Granted,
That doesn't fix anything.
doesn't fix anything.
I don't need your apologies for them. If what you're saying is true, there's nothing for you to apologize about. I need to find those two.
I'll help you.
Dog too.
I feel partially responsible. This one, I don't know. He's not going to help.
I honestly,
Glove.
You can do whatever you want,
You can
Michael.
do whatever you want
Don't
with this guy.
backtrack. Do whatever you want.
You got me.
honestly, they didn't tell me much. They did help me out though. I went, they got me to an inn and stuff. But to be honest, my people and the Drow, they don't like each other. The Drow hate us a lot. And they genuinely didn't trust me much because, you know, it's rare to see one of my people out on their own. And
I don't even know what your people are.
Oh, this is the probably one and only Kuatoa adventurer. There might be more. Who knows? I've never seen
I
one.
doubt.
Right, I figured.
This guy decided to,
Probably smiting them.
from what my knowledge is, he got exiled by his Kuatoa.
Outcast, because I was an outcast.
There are fish people who have strange powers.
Right.
They would fall over. So
Sure. I'll choose to believe that because I don't know what else to believe in at this point.
I am truly sorry that happened. I don't know how to solve such things, but I will do my best to assist in every possible way. Like I said, I feel responsible in some way, even though I did not do this.
I'm pretty sure it was probably those two Drow that cast that spell.
Thanks, man. You know what?
But they,
Very helpful.
They did their own thing. Maybe it can help.
I had no idea.
We have two ends now.
To be
Um,
honest.
What
I was here now.
Kander will feel for me is I'm still very skeptical
All
of
the
him.
feelings.
Yeah.
That he would not recognize me at all.
He goes. In all fairness, in Icewind I came across a lot of Goliaths. I was there for a long time, and it's not that you guys aren't recognizable,
But you guys are really hard to tell the difference.
but like after a while, I just wanted to get the fuck out of there, and I didn't see who the fuck was what was happening to who.
The wind was blowing hard. It
So,
was cold. Cause
When a spell happened to cast on somebody, I was like, good, it happened. Get me the fuck out. And that's how that went.
So
I'm just sad it was you that happened to be on the other end of it.
to summarize, he's racist.
Yes.
It's
Oh,
D&D,
meanwhile,
we're
he's
all
just having a
racist.
traumatic event of nearly dying to a fucking raiding party, and he's like, I just gotta get the fuck out of here. That has nothing to do with, like, I can't, like, tell the
Harvey's
difference.
scared
I am
shitless.
so terrified, I can't tell the difference.
And then it was windy.
It was windy. Fair enough! Fair, you know what?
It's windy
One,
in Icewind
think
Dale.
about it. It's windy and like he can't even blink, dude. Like he's just fucking stuck with his eyes open. Oh!
His eyes glossed over white.
But getting out of that scene,
Yes.
thanks for the transparency. As I will walk out of there, and then based off like any knowledge that we had, I'm trying to find Ember on my own. If you want to segue this to
I
somewhere
want
else,
you to make an awesome check for me.
okay.
Some people don't know what an awesome check is. It's a rare thing that we do. I'm trying to bring that back.
Fill 'em
Just
in!
roll a d20, and then basically, depending on the roll,
18.
18, you know exactly where to go.
Good. Why can I not do this from the start? Who the fuck knows? Maybe it's because I now have like unlocked fucking memories.
Yeah, now
You've unlocked the memory.
Now
You
you
know
remember.
him.
I know exactly where he is at any given time.
No, it's because
you
now
are in his head.
you remember your lover now.
Yeah.
Oh god,
It's
we're
the-
not that close.
It's the pheromones.
Yeah.
We're not that
You
close
can
at all.
sniff them out.
Dang it!
High five!
Well, that's how it works.
But if you wanted to segue this somewhere else, you can.
What is that?
I think it's I think you all are interested in this,
It was
right?
funny too.
Keep it going, yeah.
Yeah, I think we're gonna keep it going. You don't got
Whatever,
much time
whatever
this
you want to
anyway,
do.
buddy.
Yeah,
Fair
yeah.
enough.
You can do whatever you want. This is a game where you have free.
I
choice.
can
Free
play the
will.
game.
Autonomy.
Yeah, you can do whatever
Okay.
you want to
So,
an extent before we kick you out.
Wait, what?
Well, I mean, there's some things that are just not.
What's he sleeping for?
Some players are.
you go to. No!
See? What is
It
this?
happens every time. It happens every time I click the wrong
See?
one.
Dun,
That's
dun,
great.
dun.
I'm going to
You
my
walk into
friend's
him
house.
throwing a party.
Oh my gosh. Oh, welcome back. What the fuck is there a rose in your mouth for?
What are these poles for?
It ain't for me, I'll tell you what.
You go and you find you go towards the Goliath's hole, and they point you to the direction immediately after you basically bully them. A little
Yeah, of
bit.
course.
This is what you do.
That's it.
Especially these guys are dicks. Who cares?
Yeah.
And they tell you where he resides, and you find yourself going towards a nearby mansion that actually doesn't have any guards on it at the moment.
Crying?
No, I think it's
Such a beautiful story.
You spill it in your eye?
He did. I don't.
How did you do that?
I
Go hold
I
yourself.
didn't mean it.
So you find yourself at
You
the
drink
mansion.
with your mouth, not with your face.
My eyes so energized, but
Nice.
continue. This is supposed to happen.
Like, even if you waterfall it, I don't see how you did that.
When did you learn the Sharingan?
As you enter this building,
Gosh, you.
the door opens for you.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ew.
He's inviting you in.
I
Expect a
don't
rose.
like anyone holding the door open for me.
Well, technically, nothing's opened the door.
He opened the door for me with me, Chan. I know what that is.
Expect
The
a
wind
rose.
can.
I'll be-
Bullshit.
You walk in.
The fish would have complained about it.
You can see what seems to be a glowing blue arcane, almost wispy path that leads towards where he is residing at the moment.
In his chambers.
Leads you toward downstairs towards what seems to be almost like, well, I'll describe it. As you're walking down, you can see what seems to be chamber after chamber. Seems to almost be like a small little prison now. And as you're walking by some of these cells, you do notice what seem to be a couple of individuals. These individuals seem to have the cult of the dragon
In this prison cells?
in
Or
these prison cells. These seem to be more of like higher ranking, just saying, via your
Like-
unlocked memories.
Mhm.
As you guys are walking through, they kind of just give you like a weird, bizarre stare as like no one comes down here. And you eventually get towards the main chamber where
I'm sorry, my brain like got sidetracked.
Yeah.
They're actually in the cells?
they're in the cells.
Heard, okay.
They're not outside of the cell staring.
Heard.
They're in the cells. As you're walking into the chamber, you can hear a conversation happening. I'm going to ask you one last time. Where is he?
I don't know. You're asking the wrong person. I'm just goblin. You.
No, you're not just goblin. No, Gobby. You know goblin.
Hear this out?
You know exactly where my father is. We spent a little too much time together now, have we? You're already missing 5 fingers. So I must go 2 toes now. You need to give me answers, and give me answers real quick.
Are we sure I have the spirit of the serial killer in me?
Oh, this guy already had it.
Yeah.
He's just a psychopath.
As you're walking in, he kind of just goes, I'll get back to you, Gobby. As he moves his hand and he just turned around. Zany!
Ember.
It's been way too long. Seems like something has unlocked. Something that reminds you of something. Is there a reason you have decided to present yourself before my chamber?
Finally remember who you are. Fully.
It's interesting that something was able to take that away from you.
I'm dealing with that on my own time.
Heard.
What's the real reason why you're doing this?
Well, Zany, in all honesty and frankness, let's be frank, you almost killed me. I forgive you, but I still have that wound. I would love to tell you, I trust you, strangely still. But of course I have my resentment. You have all of them. All of the people who wish to stop. What's going to stop you from telling them exactly what I tell you? I don't know
Is
where
it
you
that
lie.
bad? If it's already that bad, then stop doing what you're doing.
I'm too far deep.
For what? Like because your own father? I thought he was out of the picture.
If only that were the case. He's gone far too deep into this. And the only reason that I haven't been able to stop him myself is because there's no way to stop him without going further in.
That's the most bullshit thing I've heard.
He's locked away. Far, far away. And only the highest of the highest elite can actually get to him. I must play along to actually get what I want, and the only thing I desire is that man dead and buried. And I will do whatever it takes to make sure he doesn't lay a hand on any of my family ever again.
He's locked away. That's going to be done in its own time.
That does not mean that they don't still do his will.
Then maybe it's best to side with Lord Neverwinter in order to actually gain power rather than siphon it from him.
Well, who sides with a cult?
Who locks away the cult they're siding with?
Make a persuasion check.
Ooh.
Bard?
It's just you! It's just you!
Just me. Can we get a bardic?
Anyone got a spare bardic? Hey, call the dragon guy in the cell. You got a bardic inspiration for me? No? Okay.
If I do this, I might be able to get you guys out. He needs a red card.
Oh my god, no.
Wait.
It's not that bad.
Oh, it's just bad.
You start off with inspiration at the beginning? No? Fair
You
enough.
know what? For this role, because it's important,
You're
I'm
allowed. You do what you need. You
I'm
do
going
what
to
you
say
want.
that for this session, we're going to allow it.
Okay.
This is a very important role.
What a great guy.
So the plot point in.
So,
That's worse. You do understand that that's a worse role, right?
thus the
And
It's
thus-
not meant to be. It's just not meant to be.
And thus
It's not meant to be. What I will do, just in case,
This music.
tactical mind.
Hey!
Probably
you
won't
never
do
know.
much, but I'll just do it so I'm using resources. It's a better roll. 16 altogether, which is really shitty. I know, but I'm not wasting that. At this point in time, with how I rolled, this is the plot to me. I had my chance. It's gone.
he's got 40 minutes.
You can see a sense of like understanding of what you're saying, and
Just an unwavering
The
commitment to
kid.
what he's doing.
the kid from your memory,
The bully
the
kid.
bond you guys shared, the small one, but a bond hits,
Bondage.
The little
Hell
one,
no.
the little kid.
and you can see he
Started to
starts to like shake that dark reservoir that's his little
Cold exterior?
his seriousness starts to fade away a little bit, and then after a little bit he goes, Zany, there's not Zany, there's not much we can do. I have pissed off not one, but two, but three dragons in this process of trying my best to gain alliances. If only I knew that every dragon in Neverwinter was the fucking worst.
Who would have thought that dragons are assholes?
Not all dragons are assholes! I met good ones!
When? Where?
You don't remember
My
Gord?
dad is a member of a cult.
Oh, the
Dragon
dragon!
cult!
Yeah, none of them are good.
That doesn't mean I haven't met good ones. They stopped him multiple
They're
times.
fighting like a married couple.
Damn it.
So you...
I was
So,
gonna
no,
say.
I did not do my research, mostly because I had to move fast. I had to move fast because individuals like yourself, heroes like yourself, you don't move slow. I know the repetition. I know history. I know what happens when people make moves like I do. Things always end up wrong.
You did something foolish. You could have just said something. Rather than just doing this all on your own. You had multiple chances. Granted, I had no idea who the fuck you were at that point, so that's my bad, I guess.
I would have
But
the Cold Dragon.
all you had to do was talk. You had an alliance with Lord Neverember. You had it. At that point in time, that gave you access. That gave you power. That was enough to at least get your way to get people to do what you needed them to do. Rather than, let me go chance and find, maybe get a powerful dragon on my side. Wait a minute, it's chromatic. The same side of the people I'm trying to go against.
Yeah, you know, cosplaying as the Cult of the Dragon and going into the Church of Lathander wasn't the best shot either.
No, you don't point your, like, I understand, like, the vengeance part. 100% understand it. I'm 100% down with it. The problem is, like you said, you pissed off way too many people on both sides.
Yeah.
There's not a yeah. There's not this coy little yeah. No, like there's no way like you could get this better at this point.
No.
Yeah, no.
There's not.
Like the only thing you can do at this point is to have an audience with Lord Neverember, tell him exactly what you're trying to do, and then say, hey, I understand that you're going through something and that you're on death's door. Let me help you. That's the only way out for you. Because it's either that this group that I was a part of is going to stop you.
What?
Stop. I'm in the middle of something. Or they'll fail, and then congratulations, the Cult of the Dragon's going to knock you out because they see they're going to figure out what's going on down here when they have high-ranking members locked away in prison. No one's seeing them. They obviously know something is going on.
Zany, make one last persuasion check.
Man, here comes that natural one,
DC
baby.
is
We're gonna go to 3, 2, 1, baby.
Blow on it.
3, 2, 1.
You got a plot point. You got
Blow on
this.
it.
10. So it's
Do the
good.
thing.
And tactical mind.
Dude, your
Tactical
mind is
mind.
so tactical
I'm
right
so
now.
tactical right
Yeah,
now.
your
Blow
mind
it.
is so tactical. That's another 4.
21.
That's exactly what you need.
Yeah! We're gonna have a guy that can beat up the dragon cult on our side.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna dimension door the fuck out of here. That nearly killed me. Best of luck, team.
Yeah. He goes.
I've always loved you.
Fuck.
If he felt that way,
I can't help it.
this is not
No,
the right time to say it.
Our relationship was not built on love. It was built off just mutual respect.
It's respect.
I
Yeah.
have always loved
He
you.
goes.
What the fuck?
Ow.
But
Don't
it's
ever try to manipulate me again with your
churro.
words, woman. What the fuck?
Neverwinter had problems before I arrived. If anything, I might have just woken their eyes to them. But I have dealings with a hag that I can't just abandon. I can, but
Well, congratulations. That group also had dealings with the same exact hag.
what?
How the fuck did you think I got my memories back? I didn't just like drop on my head and got them back. I ate a stupid
be
fucking
amnesia.
magic muffin.
Ooh, it's okay. It's an older one. It's alright.
Yeah, that was the muffin that I ate.
He goes.
For whatever reason, apparently everyone else got this negative consequence, but me, I just got a muffin that gave me my memories back.
Muffin boy.
But at least now, talking with you and the other people that I talked to earlier, I at least know that this is actually true. Because when I first got it, I had no idea what to believe. I just thought it was something weird that's just, honestly, an acid trip. That's honestly how I felt. Like something was just toying at my mind. But now I just know that's just the truth.
Zany's done drugs.
Yeah.
I think you're not. I think Grandma Foster's so much more of a problem than anything else in this city, and I'm including the dragons. I don't understand, and I've met hags before. Trust me, hags and Icewind Dalers. They're weird, but I've met them. She does different things, something unnatural things that hags don't do. She's smart. Not to say they aren't, but she's way too smart. She outsmarts the smartest of the smart. If anything, they have to worry about her. But Zany, you're right. I think I am to have an audience with Lord Neverwinter tomorrow. It's bizarre. It's like this is the only thing that I truly needed. Looks the camera.
The camera also. Good.
Looks away.
What the fuck are you looking at?
What's our cameraman's name?
This
Greg.
one's name's Jeffrey.
What?
No, it's always
it's
Greg.
Greg.
It's always Greg.
This is cousin
But
Jeffrey.
did you say it? Did you say what you're looking at? Because
Yeah.
you could look at something.
Yeah.
He goes, points at the camera.
Who the fuck are you?
I don't know. He's been here ever since I arrived in Neverwinter. He's really just been following me. But
Doesn't ever say
And that
anything.
hasn't tripped you the fuck out?
He showed himself to Ember? What a legend.
Clearly, Ever's the main character.
Right?
And we're just.
I'm assuming he's harmless?
yeah, he hasn't done anything. It's just like
It's really awkward when I'm using the bathroom.
Do you plan on doing something? Would you lie to me? What is your purpose then? I don't even know what that is.
I just would move like.
What does that mean? Just stay over there and don't film anything unnecessary.
I thought you said you didn't know what that is.
I don't know what that
He
is.
then brings up an arcane tape. Just stay over there and don't do anything unnecessary.
What the? What, you can replay them?
Tape. All right. All
How
right.
much do you have fucking recorded?
He just points at Ember.
How much does he have recorded?
He's been here ever since I was here.
You have everything recorded and you just sat there recording everything?
That's his job.
I have a question about Greg.
Yes.
Does he like just cast invisibility when he
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got really high stealth.
He's just a fifth dimension.
It's an excuse to have herself a cameraman.
His
and game
movement
credit
speed
being-
is wild.
Like,
He
I think.
is
Flash?
just someone watching.
The cameraman,
Yeah,
no,
pretty
no,
much.
no.
I don't know
The
if we're gonna
cameraman never dies. The
Yeah, he never
cameraman does
dies.
not die.
And
He has a
he's
stat block,
been
too.
through
that
it.
didn't happen in
Yeah.
Unbeatable.
Cloverfield.
Yeah.
I mean, probably Kooky didn't do
The
anything.
cameraman
the whole
died
time.
multiple times in Cloverfield, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't like Travis.
Oh, it's like a miniature ass. Just with a camera.
No,
God, hell
he's
no.
a guy with a medic.
He's a guy.
Meanwhile,
He's
remember,
just a cameraman.
He's disguised as it.
He's
He
just a
doesn't- he
level
doesn't
20
do
wizard
this.
that's just
No, he's just a
he doesn't
cameraman.
cast the memory. He has tapes.
Well, yeah.
But anyway.
Like,
We'll
he's
get back on
just a
track. We'll
cameraman.
get back
I will
He's been that
You're-
way the whole last
Whatever.
couple
We'll
throw
campaigns.
you in.
We've just
stay over there. If I find you doing something that you're not supposed to do, I will hit you. You've been warned. That's enough.
Does this with both hands. The camera's still floating.
Pretty much.
And that's when the scene ends.
Yeah.
And you head back towards your.
The only thing that I would have made note of to him is like
Yeah.
I'll join him when he does the audience with Lord
That's
River.
very important. Okay. Yes.
So in our Isekai campaign, we made the off joke that we had a guy following us, recording everything.
Oh, it was before that.
It was before
It
that.
was in the campaign
We
before
go,
that.
that's the
Regardless.
first time he knew about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
The Maxine, that one. That's how we knew he was.
Maxie's band.
Well, he was in that one
No,
too.
no,
He started
He's
actually.
on
In-
the
in
Thursday
Drake's-
actually
campaign,
Drake's
so,
campaign.
you know.
Yeah, it was in Drake's campaign.
I've just continued it from Drake's because it's a great idea.
I mean,
It's
he's
fun.
a multiversal being, so
Yeah.
he's everywhere.
That's why I said, is he
all at
part
once.
Terrest? They're able to teleport through dimensions.
He's just the watcher.
He's just a guy.
He's just a guy.
He's just a
He's
guy with a
just
Just got
camera.
one job.
With the camera.
He's just
Come
a
to
guy
find
with
out,
a
he's the
camera.
enemy at the very end.
Oh,
He can pull
Alright,
up
that's the
moments
next,
in time
campaign, so
before
He
your
gives the
birth.
Watcher his information.
So